Hi, my name is Gary Russian. I'm a CPA and I help business people just like you. As a small business person, entrepreneur, even a medium-sized enterprise, getting access to capital can be very daunting. Now you can imagine if you are a startup, it's even worse. Today I want to talk to you about bootstrapping. What is bootstrapping? Well, it's very simple. Bootstrapping is the art of doing more with less. As a business person, this is something that you have to understand and do. Now, but what does this mean, bootstrapping? Well, it means several things. One, it means that you try to keep your costs low. You try to preserve as much cash that you can in terms of cash flow. And that means that, like, for example, when it comes down to acquiring certain type of equipment that you may need to do your business, you have to decide whether you lease it, buy it, or somehow get access to it for the cheapest amount that you can get in terms of just saving money. And you know, another thing that you have to think about is when you do bootstrapping, one of the things that is important is the type of business that you go after. You try to go after business that generates cash, because that's the most important thing. Generating cash. Now, I know a lot of people spend a lot of money just trying to develop a market, but that's very important. If in the short run it can develop into some type of cash producing type of activity. One thing that is important is that you must understand the difference between needs and wants. You pay for the needs, but you defer the wants. Remember I said, the whole point of bootstrapping is to, I would say, preserve cash. That's basically what it is. And that also means when it comes down to your personal expenses, you must reduce your personal expenses, keep costs low, try to reserve as much cash that is possible. But what also this may mean that you may need to become a junkyard dog. Now you probably say, what do you mean a junkyard dog? Well, remember this. One man's junk is another man's wants. They want the things that you may consider junk. So you may have to do things like take certain items that you have that you may consider junk and try to sell them. Remember, it's all about generating cash. Getting cash, that's very important. And another thing that you as an entrepreneur must understand, the difference between perception and reality. I remember back in the 70s, the 80s, and even in the 90s, a lot of times this business person would have to go out and get a piece of, well, basically they would rent an office. They would put nice furniture in. They would try to look and be perceived a certain way in terms of being successful. Well, in today's internet economy, you don't need to do that. All you need is a good website, good content, maybe some pictures, access to some of the social media blogs. What's going to happen is that people are going to look you up. They're going to Google you. And they want to see, do you have a website? And if you don't have a website, they say, well, this person may not be serious. So, like I said, understand the difference between perception and reality. I'm in the process of developing a free online course that will help entrepreneurs in terms of raising money. This is going to be a totally free program that I want to give you if you really want to know where to find the money, how to get that money, how to present it. How do you present yourself? And also, how do you value what you have? Sign up for this online course.